Hello everybody, thank you for watching. This is our 7.8 video, mole to gram calculations. In this video, you're going to learn how to calculate the mass of a mole of any substance, and then you'll learn how to use molar mass to convert between grams, moles, and particles. Let's first talk about the moles roadmap. This is going to be your reference sheet when converting moles into mass or converting moles into representative particles, molecules, or atoms. In the moles roadmap, you can see that if you have your value in mole and you want to convert to mass, the arrow shows you that the conversion factor looks like this, where you have molar mass at the top over 1 mole. Let's say you have your question in mass, and it wants you to convert to mole. It shows you the direction in which you should use the roadmap. It shows you that your conversion factor should look like this, 1 mole over the molar mass. Now let's say you have your answer or your question in mass, and you want to convert to representative molecules. The roadmap shows you that you can take your value in mass, use this conversion factor to convert to moles, and then ultimately use this conversion factor to convert to representative particles. So this roadmap is going to be your reference sheet throughout these couple different lessons. Let's take a look at our first example. Example 1 says, what is the mass in grams of 2 moles of Pb? We're going to take a look at our moles roadmap and see that our question is giving us unit in moles. So therefore, we're going to start here and we're going to go in this direction to get our answer in mass. Right? It shows you the conversion factor to use. We know that 1 mole of Pb equals 207.2 grams, and that just comes from the rectangle on the periodic table. The molar mass of Pb is 207.2 grams. So you can use that when you're converting moles of Pb into grams of Pb. So you want to use this conversion factor where you have molar mass at the top over 1 mole. When you put that conversion factor there, you can see moles of Pb are going to cancel and our units end up being grams of Pb. Ultimately, you just want to do the multiplication and then divide. When you do that, 207.2 times 2 is going to give you 414.4 grams of Pb. You want to then lastly check for sig figs. Our original question gave us 1 sig fig, so therefore we want to change this answer to just have 1 sig fig. When you do that, you're going to get an answer of 400 grams of Pb. Let's try another example problem. Example 2 says, if you had 3.82 moles of water molecules, how many grams would you have? Again, our question is giving us something in moles. So we are going to look at our moles roadmap, start here and go in this direction because we want our answer to be in grams, which is a unit of mass. Therefore, we need to calculate the molar mass of water. When you look at the squares of hydrogen and oxygen and water, you can calculate the molar mass, and it's going to be 18.015 grams of water per every 1 mole of water. Therefore, then you need to calculate moles into mass. So you need to put 3.82 moles of water first, and we know we need to use this conversion factor because we're going in this direction, where we have the molar mass of water at the top per every 1 mole of water. Moles of water are going to cancel. When you do the multiplication, you're going to get an answer that is 68.82 grams of water. Lastly, you just want to check sig figs. We have 3 sig figs in our original question. Therefore, we need to change our answer to also have 3 sig figs. When you do that, you're going to get an answer of 68.8 grams of water. Let's look at another example. A sample of potassium chromate weighs 56 grams. We want to figure out how many moles of this particular molecule are there. So we're going to take a look at our roadmap, and we see that our question right now is giving us 56 grams. And that is a unit of mass. And we want to convert to moles. So we're ultimately going in this direction. And when we do that, we can see that we need to use this conversion factor. 1 mole equals molar mass. So we need to go ahead and calculate the molar mass of this compound. When we look at all the squares on the periodic table and calculate the molar mass, we get a total molar mass of 294.181. Therefore, we can start with our 56 grams and use this conversion factor, 1 mole over the molar mass, and we can see that our grams are going to cancel. Lastly, we just want to do the math. 56 divided by 294.181, and that is going to give us an answer of 0.1904 grams. Lastly, just check for sig figs. We have 2 sig figs in our original question, therefore we need to change this answer to also have 2 sig figs. Lastly, what I want you to do now is try these 4 practice problems and come back to see the final answer. These are the answers to the 4 practice problems. Hopefully the way that you did your work, you got these correct answers with this correct